Miles and Miles of Reptiles. Now this is part of the Cat in the Hat Learning Library. So it's actually written by Tish Rabe. So let's get started. Anybody know who Dr. Seuss is? You know the Cat in the Hat? We're going to read a little bit about him today. Yeah, Cat in the Hat. Look at that guy. This is Miles and Miles of Reptiles. So let's see what this story is going to be all about. All right. I'm the Cat in the Hat. See him right there? In my crocodile car. We're off to find reptiles wherever they are. We'll find lizards and turtles, then travel for miles to see snakes and alligators and real crocodiles. There are thousands of reptiles. I'll show some to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Mamas mind? They don't mind. Mamas don't mind. All right. Reptiles breathe air. Most lay eggs on the land. Some swim, some run on hot sand. See that little reptile there running on the hot sand? Some reptiles have teeth. Do you have teeth? Show me your teeth. You have teeth. I see your teeth. Some reptiles have tails. Do you have a tail? No, no tail. All reptiles have skin that is covered in scales. Yeah. First, let's meet some lizards. Count them, and you'll find more lizards than all other reptiles combined. That means there's a lot of them. Lizards have eyelids. I see your eyelids. That open and close just like ours do. Most lizards you'll see on each foot have 5 toes. Do you have 5 toes? Yeah. You think? Maybe you count them next time when your shoes are off. Not right now, but you're good. When lizards are hungry, some things that they eat are plants, insects, snails, and other types of meat. There are all kinds of lizards. Would you ever think that there is a lizard that's known as a skink? This is a glass lizard. It looks like a snake. But call it a snake and you'd make a mistake. The world's biggest lizard is here in our wagon. It can grow 10 feet long. It's a Komodo dragon. Reptiles are cold-blooded, but I have been told this does not mean reptiles have blood that is cold. It means that their temperature changes a lot. They get cold when it's cold, and they get hot when it's hot. How do lizards get warm? Why, thank you for asking. They lie in the sun, and that is called basking. If you go to the beach in Gulf Shores, you'll see some people basking in the sun. Maybe not today, but in the summer. Meet my friend the chameleon. He's hiding right here. He changes his color when danger is near. When he's scared, he turns dark. And he stays out of sight. And his colors turn bright when he's ready to fight. A chameleon's tail has a powerful grip. It holds on to things so that it won't slip. One eye can look one way while one looks the other. Can we do that with our eyes? Can one go that way and one go that way? No. I don't think so. No, that must be pretty cool for him. It holds, one eye looks at me, and one eye looks at my brother. He can do that. On the Galapagos Islands, we'll see something new. Iguanas. They're lizards, and here's what they do. They swim in the waves. Look how fun. They swim in the waves. And when they're done, they crawl on the rocks and then get warm in the sun. That's fun. They have glands that strain salt from salt water, and then they sneeze the salt out. You know when you sneeze, they sneeze salt out from their noses again. That's pretty cool. These lizards are geckos. Aren't they pretty? See the gecko? I do too. They live in the desert, rainforest, and city. They have pads on their feet that are perfect for gripping. See their feet? They can climb up a wall, even glass without slipping, like Spider-Man. They can climb up.
That's probably, they're sticky.
They're sticky, you're right, they can stick. All right. Why are they named gecko?
Because they're geckos.
Because they're geckos, of course. Thing one, and I think this is thing one and thing two. Some chirp and squeak, and it sounds like gecko, gecko. That's why they call them gecko, so you know now. Come meet some snakes. Who likes snakes? Raise their hand. I do too. I like them. When they move on the ground, the scales on their skin help them slither around. Did you know that? They slither and it's their scales helping.
And I saw one of my sandbox at Mimi's.
Oh, Mimi has a snake, doesn't she? Does she know that? It's a gecko. A gecko, okay. That's cool, Mimi. A snake's jaw is loosely attached on each side. See, his mouth is open. This means it can open its mouth very wide. Open your mouth really wide. Wow, that's good. A snake smells with his tongue. Can you believe that? He takes his tongue and that's how he smells. Doesn't have a nose like we do. He is showing us how. See it flick in and out? See how he's flicking his tongue in and out? He's smelling right now. I hope thing one smells good. Thing two. All righty. How do snakes avoid danger so they can survive? Here are some things that help snakes stay alive. Snakes may have stripes. There's one with stripes. Spots or rings on their skin. They can hide in plain sight. Scares me. Their skin helps them to blend in. That's why you have to be really careful when you're in the garden or in the forest. Some, like a vine snake, look at that snake, he's crawling up that vine, can fool you and me. It looks like a vine hanging down from the tree. So if you go to touch that vine, you may be touching a snake. If you hear a rattlesnake's tail start to rattle, it means I might bite you, so you'd better skedaddle, which means you better get away. You did? Oh, wow. Did you hear the rattle? Oh, man, that's pretty cool.
It was slithering into the rock.
Oh, my. Were you scared? Yeah, I would be too. But you remember that, don't you? A cobra is a snake, and he's not very polite. And that's because of his poisonous bite. When it's angry, a cobra spreads out its big hood. See that big hood? If you see it, you'll know that things aren't looking good. Fangs hang from his jaw. See that fang? Oh, man. All right. And punch holes in the skin. Then a poison called venom begins to flow in. Now meet the turtles. Have you ever seen a turtle? Yeah? Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah. Each one has a shell. This hard shell protects it and does so quite well. Turtles heat up in a nice sunny spot. There he is, getting some sun. And then they slide down into the water when they get too hot. That's nice. Has their own little pool there to get into. Turtles are toothless. They don't have any teeth like we do, so they can't chew. They swallow food whole. That's all they can do. There, look at that turtle. He's swallowing, looks like a little fish maybe? Think that's a fish? Some kind of little guy, maybe a jellyfish. All right, here is a tortoise. I happen to know this reptile eats grass, and it moves very slow. It looks like a turtle, but I understand a turtle lives in the water and a tortoise lives on land, okay? I just learned that. About the tortoise, I discovered one thing. Each year of its life, its shell gets a new ring. All right, see those rings come. That'd be something if we got rings for every year we lived. We just get birthday cake. Yeah, I like that. Turtles have 4 legs. How many legs do we have? 2, right, we have 2. But sea turtles like these have flippers to swim through the water with ease. I'd like to have some flippers to swim. That'd be cool. They lay eggs on land, and each mom somehow knows which beach she hatched on, so that's where she goes. When the babies are hatched, the shells on their backs are so soft they are helpless if something attacks. I was in Jacksonville, Florida, St. Augustine, Florida a few years back, and we got to see sea turtle babies going from the sand into the water. And they looked just like that. It was so cool. We measured these babies. They're so very small. Their shells are just 3 inches long, just little, and that's all. On the Florida coast, in a swamp or lagoon, you may see a crocodile swimming very soon. Crocodiles have sharp teeth. Those sharp teeth. Their feet have sharp claws. See those claws? Their young hatch from eggs. There are crocs that can eat till they're filled up, and then it could be months, even years, before they eat again. Can you imagine going without food for a year? My tummy would be growling, for sure. Alligators and crocodiles look alike, as you see. They look kind of alike. You're right. That's how they open their mouth. That's because they belong to the same family. We looked at them closely, and here's what we saw. The gator's teeth hang over its lower jaw. See, the teeth are hanging down. You're right. Yeah. They both live near water, and these reptiles glide by swinging their powerful tails side by side. You're doing his mouth, but let's do his tail. That goes like that. See, that's that big tail. If you look at their heads, see, there's the crocodile and there's the alligator. Like we did side by side, a croc's head is thin and the gator's head is wide. All right. They mate in the water. Then we understand the female comes out to lay the eggs on land. She digs a deep nest. Then she lays her eggs in it, laying 60 or so, about 1 every minute. So she lays an egg constantly till she comes up with 60. That's a lot of eggs. When the babies are hatched, this is how small they are. See, they're very small. Each one weighs as much as Thing One's candy bar. The candy bar and the little eggs weighs the same, the little hatched egg. Reptiles are everywhere. Do you see one? Yeah. You might see one. Just look, you might see one down on the ground or even high up in a tree. They come in all shapes, in all colors and sizes. And you will discover that they're full of surprises.